protection against traps and hidden attacks. Son, daughter, beware. There are forces working in silence, in shadows, in spaces where you cannot see. When words are whispered behind your back, when smiles hide strategies, when every move is watched but unnoticed, you are already under assault. Moses felt it, the invisible schemes, the hidden attacks, the traps carefully set by those who claim friendship. Psalm 64 exposes the reality. Danger is not always visible, and the enemy does not strike openly. Fear wants to paralyze you. Anxiety tells you that no one is aware, no one will defend you, and every step could trigger disaster. Scarcity whispers that protection is limited, and urgency demands you act without guidance. Yet I am here. My presence shields what is unseen. My eyes track what human eyes cannot detect. My authority nullifies the hidden assaults before they reach your soul. Right now, acknowledge this divine alert. Your awareness is crucial. You are not imagining the threat. You are not alone. Psalm 64 is a blueprint for identifying hidden schemes, resisting traps, and walking securely under my protection. Moses navigated these hidden attacks with faith, discernment, and surrender. Today, I invite you to do the same. Recognize the urgency, feel the reality, and prepare to witness my invisible shields at work. When attacks come from the shadows, son, daughter, the most dangerous attacks are those you cannot see. Not with weapons, not with open confrontation, but in whispers, smiles, and subtle manipulations. Moses knew this well. He faced opposition not on a battlefield, but in the quiet corners, in the unseen plots that sought to undermine, to confuse, to destroy. Psalm 64 reveals that hidden attacks are the most insidious because they exploit doubt, fear, and uncertainty in your heart. You may feel safe among allies, yet betrayal can be silent. Words can be sharper than swords, and intentions masked as kindness may conceal harm. The fear is palpable. Every glance, every comment, every unnoticed action could be a trap. Anxiety tells you that you are exposed, vulnerable, and alone. Scarcity of support intensifies the feeling that protection is limited and that danger lurks in every shadow. Yet, I am your fortress. Even when human perception fails, my vigilance never wavers. Moses survived because he understood that the unseen is not uncontrolled. Divine insight perceives every plot, every whispered strategy, every attempt to weaken his spirit. Your surrender to my presence is the key. Recognition of my authority over hidden threats transforms fear into clarity, paranoia into discernment. Psychological trigger. Fear is only powerful if you act unaware. Awareness activates my shield. Every shadowed threat you acknowledge becomes an opportunity for me to reveal protection before harm reaches you. Psalm 64 and the weapon of words. Son, daughter, not all attacks are physical. Some strike with words sharper than any blade. Psalm 64 describes arrows and swords that come in the form of gossip, slander, and whispered lies. Moses faced this reality. Enemies did not confront him openly, but they sought to destroy his reputation, weaken his influence, and manipulate perception. Every hidden word carried the potential to unravel the work he was called to do. Fear whispers that speaking up or defending yourself will worsen the attack. Anxiety grows as you wonder who to trust, which voices are sincere and which are set to deceive. The psychological trap is powerful. Reacting emotionally may strengthen the very schemes meant to harm you. Scarcity of trust compounds urgency, and the enemy counts on hesitation and doubt to achieve their goals. Yet my presence transforms this battlefield. I see every concealed intention, every malicious word, every shadowed plan. Moses survived not by confrontation, but by surrender and alignment with my authority. You too must recognize that what is hidden is never beyond my notice. Awareness of these subtle attacks allows discernment and strengthens protection. Surrendering the defense to me neutralizes the weapons before they strike. Emotional focus, fear of misunderstanding, urgency to act with wisdom, relief when my presence is trusted. Your words and actions aligned with me become instruments of truth rather than conduits for the enemy's plans. When the trap fails because you do not step into it, son, daughter, hear this carefully. Traps do not destroy lives by themselves. They only succeed when someone steps into them. Psalm 64 reveals a mystery many ignore. The enemy prepares, sharpens words, and hides intentions, but he cannot force your reaction. Moses understood this at a critical moment. He learned that reacting from fear would give power to what was meant to harm him. Silence before me is not weakness, it is strategy. This is where urgency presses your heart. When attacked, the instinct is to explain, justify, defend, or expose. But the trap is emotional. The enemy wants movement without discernment, speech without wisdom, action without surrender. Scarcity appears here. Very few people resist the urge to react. Most fall into the snare not because it was strong, but because it was tempting. Fear whispers that if you do nothing, everything will be lost. But I say to you, if you move without me, you may lose what I was protecting. Moses waited. He restrained his voice. He entrusted my justice to handle what his hands could not. Psalm 64 exposes that while enemies plan in secret, I listen in public. Their strategies collapse when you refuse to become part of their script. This is the turning point. You realize the trap was never about the attack. It was about provoking you out of alignment. When you remain anchored in me, confusion returns to the one who designed the trap. Peace begins to rise where panic once lived. Write this prophetic phrase in faith, son and daughter. I will not step into what God did not ordain. This declaration seals your position in the spiritual realm and removes legal access from hidden attacks. God does not warn you, he disarms the trap. Son, daughter, understand this truth that changes everything. I do not always warn you because I do not need your fear to protect you. Many traps are never revealed to your eyes because they were already dismantled by my hand. Psalm 64 shows that while enemies sharpen their tongues and rehearse their plans, I am already moving where you cannot see. Moses did not escape danger because he was informed. He was preserved because I intervened without noise. This is where your perception must shift. You assumed that if danger was real, you would feel it clearly. But protection often works in silence. Plans collapse before reaching you. Conversations change direction. Decisions are delayed. People withdraw without explanation. You thought it was coincidence. It was deliverance. Fear loses power here because you realize you were never as exposed as you imagined. The enemy relies on secrecy, but I govern outcomes. When I disarm a trap, confusion enters the camp of those who planned it. They turn against each other. They forget their own strategies. Their words lose effect. Moses witnessed this repeatedly. Opposition dissolved without confrontation, resistance weakened without force, threats vanished without announcement. Urgency remains because this protection is activated only when you remain aligned. When you try to control, expose, or retaliate, you step outside what I'm already handling. Scarcity becomes evident again. Few trust protection they cannot see. Most want proof before peace. I offer peace before proof. When you accept this, rest begins to replace vigilance. You stop scanning every shadow. You stop assuming every delay is failure. You recognize that some battles never reach you because I stood in the way. If this word confirms what you have felt but could not explain, like this video and subscribe to the channel. This helps spread protection and clarity to other sons and daughters who are under silent attack and do not yet understand what God is doing behind the scenes. When God watches your steps, no trap can hold you, son, daughter. This is where fear finally loses its authority. When you understand that I watch your steps, you stop living as prey and start walking as someone guarded. Psalm 64 does not end with anxiety, it ends with reversal. Those who set traps fall by their own schemes, not because you fought back, but because I completed what you could never control. Moses reached this place when he realized his life was not sustained by vigilance, but by obedience and trust. You have lived for too long believing you needed to anticipate danger to survive. That belief exhausted your mind, hardened your heart, and stole your peace. Today I replace suspicion with assurance. You are not protected because you are careful. You are protected because you are mine. When I go before you, no hidden attack can attach itself to your destiny. Traps require access, and access is denied when you walk aligned with me. Notice the shift that happens here. You no longer react to rumors. You no longer explain yourself to silence lies. You no longer fear betrayal because you know nothing escapes my sight. Psalm 64 reveals that the righteous do not celebrate exposure, they rest in justice. Moses did not finish his journey surrounded by enemies, but established, guarded, and confirmed by my hand. This is restoration of identity. You are not someone constantly under threat. You are someone watched over, guided, and preserved. Fear dissolves because the outcome is no longer uncertain. Scarcity disappears because peace is no longer fragile. Urgency transforms into confidence because you know that even when you do not see danger, I already see the end. Now, before you move on, seal this moment. Write this prophetic phrase in the comments with faith and intention. No trap formed against me will stand because God goes before me. And now come out of analysis and enter rest. Let us finish this journey together, not with fear, but with surrender. Wherever you are, pray with me the prayer that anchors every soul under my care. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. This completes the script.